Respect, we are live now here with Barbara Jenkins. Please do me the favor, press like, press share, and also go over to YouTube at David Adams Podcast so you can subscribe there for future interviews, future podcasts. Thank you so much. Much love and respect. Well, you've been waiting. You've been waiting a long wait, and we're here right now with our girl, Barbara Jenkins. Much love and respect. I thank you guys for tuning in. Say hi to the people. You got to cut the video off. Yep. 1, 2. Check, check, check. 1, 2. All right. Yeah. You can always go on, but just cut the volume down.
Okay.
All right. So if you're here and if you can hear me and you can hear us, please put a 1 in the chat. If you can do that, please. Very much appreciate it. Barbara, please say hi to the people.
Hello, everybody. No, in my mother's voice. Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
Yep, there she is.
That's my
what's up.
mommy.
That's
That's
right.
in her voice.
That's right. So, Barbara, let's first of all, how was your day?
My day, it's going well. I woke up this morning. I was able to get my mother together.
Right.
She's up. She's fed. She's clean. She's chilling. So my day is good.
That's what's up. Everything went really good today, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. What do your mother eat, as a matter of fact?
Okay, well.
What does she eat? What's your daily, what does she like to eat in the morning?
After our very unfortunate journey, now I have to puree her food, and I have to feed her now.
Wow.
So for the most part, I feed her like breakfast. She can eat everything.
Anything, okay.
Any and everything, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But, I have to puree her food, and I have to feed her now. So
that's what's up. Okay, okay. So, Barbara, could you explain to the people that don't know, where are you from originally?
Well, my story begins in the South Bronx of New York. My mother came to Jersey City in 77, 78. But prior to us moving to Jersey City, my grandmother had a restaurant on MLK, which was called Red Star Restaurant.
Really?
So my mother, and she had Club 68
right
there at the bar.
Okay, wow.
So my mother used to come over on the weekends and to help out with the business.
Right.
And when we would come, I met all kind of little friends and stuff. And one in particular, Stephanie Cherry. Shout out to you, sis.
Stephanie Cherry.
That was my childhood best friend before we moved to Jersey City.
That's family right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's family.
So once we moved to Jersey City, I began to be, more inclined with everybody. You know. So, and I went to 34 school. And,
okay. That's what's up. So, and you've been here how long ago? You said when did you move here?
To Jersey City?
Yeah.
In 77, 78. 77, 78. And then we went back to New York.
Okay.
We went back to New York in 1980, 81. And then we came back to Jersey City and, like that. Right. But when I moved to Jersey City, I was trying to get my age.
Yeah, something like that. 77.
Okay,
you almost 60 now.
I'll be 60 in November.
Really? Oh, that's what's up.
I will.
You look good for your age, Barbara.
Thank you, baby.
Look good.
Thank you.
You look good. Okay.
But yes, I'll be 60 years old come November. God spare my life. But yeah, I was about maybe, give or take, 10, 11, 12, something like that.
No doubt. Okay. Yeah, okay. So your grandmother ran the club.
Right, Club 68 was her club. Her and Peter Barnes Sr.
Oh, what was your mother? Club. What was your grandmother's name?
Celestine Williams.
Celestine. Okay. All right. Okay. Deborah says, "Hey y'all, what's good, Deborah? Much love. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. Share the page and like it. Thank you." Yeah. So that's the reason why you like to dance so much. Did you?
Well,
you got is it in your blood? Was your grandmother a dancer too?
No, my uncle Nicky Barnes, he was a DJ.
Oh, okay.
Fun fact.
Got it.
Carl. Killer K,
my man.
That's my man. Little big cousin.
That's your little cousin. Okay.
So he get it from his daddy.
Word.
But yeah, my uncle was a DJ at what was that? The Money Tree.
The Money Tree.
And then he had the NBC warehouse right there on Fulton Avenue where everybody used to congregate and, have fun and stuff. But doubt. Music always been in my blood.
That's in the blood. That's in the bloodline. DNA runs deep. That's what's up. No doubt. But what's with the wig? I mean, your hair. I mean, not wig. My bad. Did I say that? Damn.
Pooh, we not doing
your
that right
hair
now.
grew. Your hair just.
This
By
is
the
not,
way,
you know what?
by the way, Barbara is one of, I always say, is one of the original hosts of D.A.P. Really,
That's right.
which
That's
we
right.
called Barbershop Chronicles in the barbershop a
We
while
had
back.
so much fun.
We had mad
Oh,
fun. You know what I mean?
God,
Yeah, we had a lot of different topics. We had a lot of fun. You know what I mean? We talked a lot of crap, a lot of shit. You know what I mean? And it was good, man. So I want to thank you live, for being a part of that.
No, I want to thank you
no
for
doubt.
giving me this platform to possibly help someone else with my journey and the information that I hold
No
that
doubt.
may help someone else.
That's what's up. Yep. And you can only do this on D.A.P. You know what I mean? Because this is a place where people can come talk how they feel, their reality and things like that. You don't have to hold back anything. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's
so
right.
we're going to get into this interview. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Are y'all ready for this exclusive interview with Barbara Jenkins? Just say, yes, we are in the chat. Do me that favor. Just say, yes, we are in the chat. Make sure you like and share. I got a lot of questions for Barbara.
Oh, my. Let me wet my whistle.
You about to make me mess up my damn. Oh, man. Give me that towel right there.
What did you do?
This goddamn. What the hell? You gonna make me mess up my computer? I done spit all over my computer. If it go out, y'all know why.
Why you do
This
that?
damn
What
girl
happened?
to my wet my whistle. You say this crazy as shit.
You said you got questions for me, so I already know what this is gonna be.
Damn,
All right,
Barbara.
my bad.
You should let me drink the water first. Oh man, that was weird. I never wet my computer ever. Now she come up here, all my shit wet. Unreal, man.
Pooh, come on now.
D.A.P.
Come on. I just said, because I know the questions you're going to ask me, it's going to require a lot of energy, and my throat is going to be a little parched. So I said, let me wet my whistle.
All right,
Okay.
I got it. So, like I said, are you ready for the interview? Please go ahead and just say, yes, we are. I haven't seen that yet. So, if you can do that, go ahead and do that. Because I want to make sure that you guys are here, and we are Legion. Thank you for the ones in the chat. Shelton Williams, thank you for chiming in. Peace and blessings, family. Much love and respect to you as well. Thank you for always chiming in, my man Shelton, man. If you ever need security, that dude will secure you. Real
Absolutely.
Talk. That's a good dude right there.
Shelton been following me since I've been with mommy.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's a blessing.
And it's truly a blessing. Let me just say this 1 second before we get into it.
Right.
I would like to thank each and every one of you guys, from prior years to my old page being hacked to the new page that you guys follow me on with my mom. You guys help me help her, and I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart, because I don't know if you guys know anything about caregiving. It can really be a mental challenge, and if it wasn't for the fact that I have God in my life, if it wasn't for the fact that if it wasn't for the fact that I have God in my life, my faith, my belief, if it wasn't for all of that, and then you guys, man, I would be crazy.
Wow.
And God don't choose that for me. And my mother, she needs me, so I have to stay
grounded.
sane.
Yeah. So, speaking of that, it seemed like, how many brothers and sisters do you have, by the way?
Excluding Facebook?
Yes, excluding Facebook.
Biologically, I'm the only child my mother had.
Wow.
One. That's it. Unfortunately, she had 3 miscarriages before she had me.
Right.
But I'm her angel baby. I like to consider myself as her angel baby.
That's what's up.
So I'm only one.
That's what's up. Wow, that's a blessing. Okay, so how many children you have, by the way?
The ones that I found, or the ones I had?
The ones you had.
No,
not the ones you found.
I have 3. I have 3 children. I have ages 41, 37, and 31.
Got it. Okay. All right.
And 3 grands.
No doubt. No doubt. And you definitely went to Snyder High School.
I did.
Correct. Okay.
I did.
All right. Grammar school. Which grammar school you went to?
I went to 34 and I went to 20 school.
Okay.
I graduated in New York from Morris High School when we went back to, because that's a misconception a lot of people have too,
Right.
that I graduated from Snyder. I did.
You did. Gotcha.
I graduated from Morris High School in the Bronx
Got it.
because my mother went back. Remember, I just told you. We came to New York.
Right.
I mean, Jersey, we went back to New York like that. So
Yeah.
went to school. I graduated in New York.
Okay. Cool. Cool. What's the difference between New York and Jersey, would you say?
Far as what,
Far
the people?
as the people, far as the energy, far as the vibe, you know what I mean?
Well,
Far as the culture.
Okay, so my last place of residence in the Bronx was Forest Houses, which Fat Joe and Joseph, you'll see him on my page. His name is Diamond D. These are people I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? And I was a rapper myself back in the day.
Stop playing.
Yes, I was.
You wasn't no rapper.
Yes, I was.
How old was you then at that time?
I was about, I would say about 13, 12, 13.
Really?
And I used to do I was called Slimmy D.
Slimmy D.
Slimmy D. Yes,
Damn.
I was.
That's
yes,
what's up.
I was. But anyway, that was not my gift of life.
Right,
my gift of life was dancing. I
Okay.
love dancing. You know what I'm saying? But the difference between the people in Jersey and New York, in my opinion, it's a lot more realism that was there. Now, I don't know what they're doing now because the world and the people have changed a lot. But from what I remember, realism was a thing. Like, the only thing you had was your bond of your word. And nowadays, that don't even mean nothing because fake is the new keeping it real. And it's so unfortunate because it's normalized to be what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I'm going to be fake, so this is what it is. This is life. No.
Right.
And anybody that know Barbara, I've been the same. I hear it all the time. Good, you still look the same. You still the same. I don't know how to be fake, fool.
No, that's right.
I don't know how to be fake. I just don't know how to do it.
No doubt.
So the difference is realism.
Okay. Back to that question or the statement you made about you was a rapper. Can you remember some of the raps that you did? Like, give me one line. You know, was it Skinny D? It was Slimmy D.
Slimmy D.
Slimmy D.
No, I don't
Why
remember.
D? Why D?
Slimmy D
no, it was
Slimmy
B.
No, it was Slimmy B.
Oh, B.
It
Oh, I
was
was
Slimmy
say D. My bad.
No, Slimmy
Okay.
B.
All right. So you were skinny as hell back then.
I was skinny, and I was, well, not now. Shut up.
You about to make a mistake. I'm still what? Then you thicky D now.
No, wait a minute.
You thicky D.
Let's clear up something, right?
All right, go ahead.
I stopped smoking cigarettes 8 years ago.
Oh,
and
really?
you know I was, y'all,
You were slim.
tight.
You were
Everything
slim,
was
yeah.
right. You know what I'm saying? In terms of the midsection.
Right.
So because of my age now,
course.
I'm in that menopause area.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Metabolism slowed down and all that
right.
too. Yeah.
So everything started, just coming out.
Yeah, but you still look decent.
Thank you, my love. I appreciate that.
Decent, no
I
doubt.
appreciate
Real
that.
talk. For your age, come on, man. You make a lot of
I'm
almost
not trying to
60
compete
year
with
old.
these kids.
I know, I understand. Yeah, but at your age, almost 60, you make a lot of young girls look bad.
That's what they say. That's what they
real
say.
Talk. That's
But
a blessing.
it is. It's a blessing to be in the frame of mind that I'm in, dealing with what I'm dealing with, and still look this way.
Wow.
Because if I didn't have God in my life, I promise you, love, I would be. I could be a monster.
I can imagine.
I could be a
You'll
monster.
be like some of these young kids, a monster. You called young kids years ago a monster, especially one of the episodes that we did. She called them, they're all monsters. I said, Barbara, all of them.
But Pooh, I'm sorry, we getting off track now. But look, that video was what, 3-4 years ago?
3-4 years
and what
ago.
did I say?
You did.
I said, if these kids tell you they gonna kill you, they gonna kill your ass.
Word.
And look, God,
Yeah,
God
man.
bless them. But
Real talk.
anyway, let's get back because I'm
no doubt. All right, so let's get to the interview. Let's get to these questions, man. Let's get to these questions. How's everybody doing? Thank you once again for tuning in. If you haven't liked the page yet, please do me the favor and like the page. If you haven't shared the page, please do me the favor and share the page. The reason why I'm saying that is because this video or this interview with Barbara will definitely help somebody else out. In the near future or right now, because we all going to experience some of the things that Barbara has experienced or had experienced or experiencing now. We are all going to experience it to some degree, exactly what she's experienced. Okay. So here is the first question for Barbara. Why do you call your mom Baby. You know, what's the story behind the nickname Baby? You know what I mean? And what does she mean to you?
Okay, that's a loaded question.
Yeah.
But okay, excuse me. For one, the reason why I call her baby is because she is my baby pool.
No doubt.
And they said it said once an adult, twice a baby.
Word.
You understand?
That's right.
And for those that know my mom, you know, she's no longer what she used to be. She is my baby. You know what I'm saying? So that's where that comes from.
That's
because I
what's
really
makes
feel in
sense.
my heart she's my baby.
That makes sense.
And what was the other question?
And you know, basically what does she mean to you?
Well, oh my God. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. What does she mean to you?
Oh my God. Okay. All right. I sacrifice my life in terms of the good times, the traveling, you know, being a chauffeur around with people. You know, everybody come jump in my truck or my cars. Let's go to the party. I sacrificed all of that to protect and take care of her life. And that's what she means to me.
That's what's up.
That's what my mother means to me. I don't know about nobody else, but that's what she means to me. And let me tell you this right quick.
Go ahead.
Somebody had said to me one time that they feel sorry for me.
Feel sorry for you?
Listen.
Wow.
She said she felt sorry for me because she knew me to be such a socialite. I was always out and I was having a good time and blah, 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 blah. And now you can't and da, da, da. I said, let me explain something to you, sweetheart. This year, well, this was maybe about 3 years ago was said to me. But this year, September, God spare my life, I would be retired 10 years from the Jersey City Board of Education. You understand? So within that 5 years, that first 5 years, I traveled. Shout out to Steve. Shout out to DJ Truth. They had Crystal Brent. They had this travel group, right? Over across the bridge. I call them my over the bridge family.
Got it.
And I traveled with them for, I think it was three or four consecutive years because we went to several places. But I traveled. I had lots of fun. I spent lots of money. I just did me. So now the pandemic happened. Boom.
Wow.
Life started life.
Everything's done. Understand? It's different chapters of life, period.
And the thing about it is, Pooh, I don't regret nothing that I did. You know what I'm saying? Because people are like, oh my God, I want to retire. I can't. Or let me tell you something. It's not about waiting for Social Security. You got people that drop dead, they got sick, they bones hurt. They can't do nothing now.
Facts.
You understand?
Facts.
It's a blessing. God allowed me to live my best life before he started blessing my steps. Because he blessed my steps.
No doubt.
Because my steps are blessed. Because I got my mother. You understand? And look, everybody can do it, and I get it. But you got a lot of them that won't do it. They won't do it.
They won't do it. Yeah, that's deep. That's deep.
Yeah, it is real deep.
That's a big responsibility, and it takes a lot of integrity to even want to do that on top of love. On top of love. You know what I mean? So that's why the title is, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
It is what it is. Because I'm going to tell you something. Just the thought of my mother being in my care, because we're going to get into my journey.
Right.
But I promise my mother and myself, as long as I have breath in my body, she will never be mistreated again.
Come on,
ever.
man. That's deep.
Ever.
That's what's up.
Be mistreated again.
That's what's up.
Because them places are horrible.
Right.
Okay.
As her only child, what made you decide to take on the full responsibility for your mom's care? What was that? Why?
Love.
Love.
Okay. That's all I can tell you is love. I love my mother.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, when I was growing up, she wasn't the perfect parent. I'm not a perfect parent.
Right.
Parenting don't come with instructions.
That's right.
However, when my mother, what she showed me growing up is what I tried to, put back out.
Right.
Through my kids, whether they accept it the way it is or not, that's on them. I can only give you what I was taught.
Right.
You understand?
Makes sense.
And with my mother, I would never knock her for what she didn't know.
Right.
You understand? Because she can only do what she
already knew.
Exactly.
That's respect.
And that's it.
That's what's up. So that's what's up. So, what has the journey taught you? You know what I mean? About the bond between a mother and daughter. What has it taught you?
What has it taught me?
Yeah.
Woo, it taught me patience. It taught me how not to be selfish. Okay? Because
that's a big one.
Oh, boy.
That's a big one.
Because to be in my role of life right now, this is a selfless situation. You understand? You cannot be selfish doing what I'm doing because the first thing you think, oh, I want to go to the party. Or before,
Yeah.
I used to let people used to live vicariously through my page because I used to put, and let me not forget,
Right.
it wasn't that I was showing off or
Right.
trying to be,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
I'm just a happy person. You know me,
Of
I'm
course.
a people's person.
Yeah.
I
You like to laugh. You like to laugh,
I
like to have fun. I mean, to the point that, I'm going to back her on this, to the point when we were doing Barbershop Chronicles, when I started getting into more serious topics, Barbara was like, Pooh. By the way, she called me Pooh because that's what they called me
We
back in
go
the day.
way
So
back,
y'all,
that's right.
so y'all know that. I don't know. I like when we used to have fun doing the barbershop crime. You get into all this serious stuff. I don't like that serious stuff.
Nope. So yeah, he
Real
already
talk.
know.
And she straight up, didn't come around for the Barbershop Chronicles anymore.
Nope.
Because she wanted, she loved the fact that we were having fun and engaging and laughing and enjoying life at that time. You know what I mean? So I respect that. But go on though.
So, where was I?
Yo.
Wait. Okay, wait. What did you say?
Woo.
Wait, because I don't see.
Okay, I cut you off with I think I cut you off with you was talking about how people was living through you.
I was living vicariously through other people at one point.
Gotcha.
I mean, no, I'm sorry. Vice versa. They were living vicariously through me. That's when I was saying I wasn't, showing off anything. I just was bringing people along. Like, come on, I'm in my truck. I got my music going. I was just going places, like having fun.
Right.
But now, with my situation, I live through seeing them, not living vicariously through them, because I've been there and done that. You understand?
Gotcha.
I'm just, like to see people out and doing their thing. So when I go out, it's like I'm a new, it's like new to me because I haven't been out in so long.
Right.
And then, lest I forget, I broke my damn toe on the bulge.
Yeah, I remember that.
I really, couldn't, get back at it like I used to. But, dancing and music is good for the soul.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course. Definitely. Definitely.
So, but I just like to have fun. That's what my life is.
By the way, what happened? How you break your toe?
Okay.
Was it a bug or something? Was it a bug or something like that?
About it right now.
One of them little bugs with the dots on them, something like that, right?
My God, I'm petrified of them things, Pooh. I'm petrified.
Wow.
I can deal with a mice, a cockroach, a roach, a centipede, a bee, a mosquito. Like I named all of those things I can deal with, but them bugs.
Why the bugs? They look different.
Them things look like devils.
Yeah, they definitely. Yeah.
They have the little beady eyes and they red and Lord, I'm scared of them things. So I was at the turnpike doing what I do. You had all the bugs over there. I was petrified. I'm using a non-working solution, not working. So now, and I had to work. So the lady comes up. So I'm take a ticket, put it in. She said, "Oh my God, the bug is on you. When is on you?"
Wow.
Pooh, I lost.
Was it on you though, for real?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That thing was on me, and
you seen it like
crazy. I didn't see it. No, she told me, and I knew it was because they was, flying in the booth.
Right.
And in the interim of me going crazy, I kicked the door and broke my toe.
Damn.
That's how scared I am.
You kicked that door hard,
and I'm still scared of them. I'm still scared of them. I'm petrified of them bugs. That's like deep. I really am scared of those bugs.
Right.
So the secret is out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you definitely show a lot of love to moms, man. But inside those facilities, because your mom was definitely inside some of the facilities in Jersey, correct?
Yes,
okay,
sir.
So inside those facilities, how many facilities, first of all, did you go through before realizing something wasn't right?
Okay, let me be clear. When I was growing up, I never heard, "Don't put me in a facility because they're bad." Gotcha. Because my family always took care of their own. Let me just put that out there because people ask me, "Barbara, you never heard that?" No, I never heard that because my family took care of their own.
Right.
Okay. But I took on, that role of, let me put my mother in because, they were, they there to help me. That's what I thought.
Right.
She been in one. And I'm talking long term. I'm not even talking about when
over
she had
2,
a
3
stroke.
years.
And
each facility.
Okay, one, St. Anne's, 1, 2, 4, 4 facilities in 4 facilities since, no, 5, I'm sorry. 5 facilities since 2017. When she was in for 2017, she was in St. Anne's in Jersey City until 2020. So that was 3 years, right? So after that 3 years, and I got her when she caught COVID, because she caught COVID as soon as it came.
Got it.
When they released her from the hospital, I told them to bring my mother to me. She came to me in April of 2020. Mm-hmm. I took care of her. God blessed me to take care of my mother for he blessed me to take care of her for 6 months or so. Okay. 6 months, and I had a little help, but unfortunately, it wasn't the right help.
Got it.
So once I had to separate the situation, God blessed me to take care of my mother 1 month and 2 weeks by myself. And once that, I had to make the very difficult decision to put her back in. And this time, I said, okay, the further out, the better the service is what I thought.
Right. That wasn't the case. That wasn't the case, huh? Okay. Let's move right along.
Yes, please. Wait a minute. I'm getting hot, Poke. Can I?
Whatever you want to do, you know?
Take this off.
Oh, suck it now. Now, there go Barbara. There go the real Barbara. No, you didn't.
I don't care. Listen, that's what they know me as. This damn thing. I'm sorry. Can I get one of these?
Oh, shoot. Hell with that.
There it is.
That go the real Barbara, y'all. She said, hell with this. We get hot up here. Only on Barbershop Chronicles. Only on that.
This is
D.A.P. Damn it, man.
All right, here we go.
Keeping it real. When keeping it real is real.
And it's all the way real.
No
Ain't
doubt.
no shame in my game.
All right. Now, what would you say to the... No. That's the wrong question. This is the next question.
Okay.
All right. What were some of the early signs that your mother wasn't being treated properly, or given the proper care? What were some of the earlier signs?
And you know what, Pooh? And I'm glad you asked me that because the red flags were there.
Right.
They were there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But because of, I guess, situations that had occurred in my past life being here in this city at one point, I went through goods, I went through bads. You even know I was the first female painter for the Board of Education. You understand? I have a legacy here. Like all of that good stuff. I had bad, good. But then when I got that opportunity to leave, to put my mother in another spot, that was my out. Like, yeah, boom.
Right.
So the early signs were there. But I felt like once I moved where I put her,
you'll be good.
It'll be a better situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was more or less, I didn't dwell on the red flag because I was coming.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, what was it?
What were they? What was,
okay.
Give me one for now.
One, when I put my mother in this place, it's called Morris View in Morristown, New Jersey. Morris View. Don't put your parents there. I put my mother there. And the next day when I went there, my mother was in urine. Pee was all over the floor. The lady had to take a blanket and try to absorb the water.
Wow.
That's how much pee was in there.
Wow.
Me not thinking, because I had to take her out of the place. Let me go through the journey. Don't even ask me the question. Let me go through the journey. When I put her in Morrisville, she was in Morrisville for 1 year, right? I had to take her out of there because when I put her there, we was in the height of the pandemic. So I wasn't allowed to go in. You understand?
Yeah.
So now when they open up again, now I have to make an appointment to go and see my mom, right? So you know what that was. Oh, we know she's coming, so let's make it look good. Because that's what they do, right? So I would go, and what had happened? Oh, my mother, y'all already know, my mother was lit. When she was here, she had different wigs for every day. She had clothes, everything. Me not knowing, Pooh, because I really didn't know, I took all my mother's stuff over there. Everything. Don't you know they stole all my mother's clothes? They had other people's clothes on my mother.
You serious? You seen it?
Pooh.
You seen? You seen other people with
Clothes
your
on
mother's
my mother.
clothes on?
I didn't see other people with my mother's clothes on. I saw my mother with other people's clothes on.
Oh, damn.
I didn't see her with her clothes on. Then with her clothes, she had other people's clothes, and there was no reason for that because my mother had crazy stuff. I get my mother right. You understand? And I didn't know you're not supposed to take all your stuff there. I didn't know that.
Right. Can you share the moment that actually broke your heart while witnessing her mistreatment?
First of all, I got the aftermath of it because I never witnessed it because I would have been in jail. But I had to think.
Right.
I had to think. So I never witnessed.
You never seen it right there on the spot in front of your face.
And I had cameras in her room.
Right.
Let's not forget that.
Right. So now we're not just talking about Morristown. Are we talking about Jersey too? What's some of the signs in Jersey?
Please.
It was worse in Jersey?
What? St. Anne's ain't got nothing on Morristown.
Really?
What? Oh my God. Oh my God. They have nothing on. They have nothing on.
What were some of the signs there?
Where, at St. Anne's?
Yeah.
They were scared of me.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
No, I'm saying, what was the signs of the mistreatment?
There really wasn't no treatment other than they stealing from her.
Oh, stealing.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because my mother, Kmart, I miss Kmart. Oh my God, that was my go-to. Mm-hmm. But that's all really, I'm saying, Aunt did. They stole from her. And she caught COVID there. And they tried to keep me out of there. I don't think at the time we were following each other, but I went live and I lost it because everybody that caught COVID at that time, they died. So I thought that my mother was gone. So instead of me, going to this person, I just went live. I lost it, Paul. I really did.
I can imagine.
And, the first person that I knew that caught COVID was DJ Hutch from over across the bridge. I call him my over the bridge family. He passed away, and from there, everybody was just dropping, boom, 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 boom. So I thought my mother was gone. But look at God. She had COVID 3 times. She had 3 times of COVID. She's a COVID survivor 3 times. And she's still here.
That's what's up.
Thank you, Lord.
That's what's up. That's a blessing. Mm-hmm. How did the staff react when you raised concerns of certain,
Oh, now we're talking about over there.
Yeah, the complaints and stuff. That when you came with complaints, how did they react?
Okay, so let's backtrack a little bit. Okay, so what I do is I like to go to the head of the horse.
Right.
And I make my verbal complaint. Listen, boom, boom, boom. Unbeknownst to me, everybody is in this thing together. Like, because like I said, until you understand that assignment, it's going to be misunderstood.
Correct.
Because I didn't understand it at first. Correct. It took going through this journey.
Correct.
So, okay. So no, because that's a part of. Okay. Yeah, so because I already told you.
Jumping the gun.
So what happened was I went to the administration first. And this man told me, literally out of his mouth, he said, every time I'm in the facility, it's like a bolt of lightning come through there, like thunder. I took that as a compliment, though. I really did. Right. Because that means you need to be on your butt.
Right.
Because I'm coming.
Something
and I was in there 2-3 times a day, every single day. I never missed a day.
Come on.
Never missed a day. Even when we was doing Barbershop Chronicles, what happened? Okay, Pooh, come on, let's get this done because I got to get across that bridge. I got to go see my mother. You know what I'm saying? So, and so I handle my business. So when they say to me, Barbara, how did all that stuff happen? And you had all of this, you was there, you had the cameras. Remember, I wasn't there 24 hours a day.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
There was times I had to leave.
Of course.
You understand? Of course. So, but once I went to and started making complaints to the administration, everything changed. It started changing.
So do you feel like they was trying to silence you or trying to downplay your complaints, trying to downplay your efforts?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Because you have to understand, it costs anywhere, and I'm talking long-term care.
Right.
It costs anywhere from $20,000 to $50,000 to house those residents. You understand me?
Facts.
That's a fact. Okay. No, so when I complain, they're looking at it like, oh, she's just an old lady that's going to die.
Wow.
You understand? So there's no humanity, no love, no compassion, no it's none of that anymore. Morality,
Right.
all of that is gone.
Done.
So I had to deal with it the way I had to fit, because a person's going to say to you, "Oh, if it was me, Let me tell you something. It would be nothing to choke one of them people out or have a fight for a couple of minutes.
Right.
And then what? Right. My mother would have been
Still
dead in there.
Yeah.
No, she wouldn't have still been there. She would have been dead in there. She would have been dead.
Right.
Okay? I had to think smart. Everybody that go to college is not smart.
Facts.
You understand? Because I had somebody that has a PhD told me she wished she knew me when she was doing her thesis, because I could have did it for her.
Boy.
What? Nah. Anywho. But I just say that, and I pat myself on the shoulder of being versatile.
Right.
Do I love being ghetto?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm ghetto. I just like to be a little bit. I know where to place my professional when needed.
Right.
You understand?
Gotcha.
And that's what it was.
Wow.
Call me the one that was in the field, because I would never be in that house.
Right.
You would they would have cut my feet off, my tongue, my hands. Because I could be very defiant. And I'm not scared. I'm never scared.
Never. So. Okay, I feel you. That's that Jersey, New York thing in you, man.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah. So somebody said, wow, what happened to the wig? Man, she slung that thing on. Once that little hotness started rocking in her body, she like, you know what, this got to go. It's cute and all, but you know, this shit got to go. Pooh, I'm hot.
It was hot.
Oh man, that's hilarious. That was hilarious. Gigi said that.
Oh, that's Gina.
Oh man, Gina. Okay, what's up, G? What's good with you?
And she bought it.
That's hilarious, Gigi. That's her daughter right there. Much love, Gigi. Thanks for chiming in. Do me the favor, press follow, press like, and share the live. I appreciate it. Wow, that's deep. So let me ask you this.
Yes. I'm an open book today. Anything you want to know, I'm
All
here.
right, I got you. As far as the emotional and the mental battle, how did it feel to see your mother in distress and not being able to intervene like that? Like, I mean, you see her, and you said she was in a whole bunch of piss at one time. And I can remember you telling me, she was in feces as well. It was all over her. I could remember that. I can remember how when you brought it to my attention, I could see the stress even in your face. I could see the sadness, the hurt, and all that in your face as you was telling me this. How did it make you feel when you seen
that? Okay. And I agreed to do this because, see, as you well know, I don't like to, adapt to certain energies, because I got to go back around my mother. But I told you I would do this. Ouch. It made me, to be honest with you, I wanted to kill somebody. Literally, I wanted to snatch their life out of their whole chest. You understand? But I had to be smart about it, Pooh. You know what I'm saying? At the time, I really thought that I was working with these people. I was trying to be nice, so that way, they would be on one accord. Because a family member like me, you would have thought they would have rolled the red carpet out.
Facts.
I was doing all their work. I learned how to use the Hoyer lift. I learned how to wash my mother in bed. I learned how to, what? And that was not my profession. I'm a professional painter, and I'm in security. Like, those were my career jobs. You understand? I didn't go to school for CNA. But the thing about it is, and I'll tell anybody, CNA, anything in the medical field, it's not a hard job. It's a heart job. You got to have it.
I like that.
Heart.
That's deep.
Have to have it in your heart. If you don't have it in your heart, then what good is being there? You understand? Because, see, what's going to happen is those people are going to get the wrong family member. That ain't going to have nothing to lose. You understand? Because, like I told them, I don't condone violence. I understand.
No doubt.
You understand?
I definitely
Because I'm going to tell you something. Your mother, come on. Come on, this ain't nothing but God.
Yeah.
Me sitting on this couch talking to you, trying to get ready to try to help somebody else. Because I should have been in jail if I didn't think sensibly. Okay.
No doubt.
But yeah, that's how I felt. I felt like I wanted to really take somebody's life.
Yeah, I noticed that you like to, you bring really good energy around to your mom.
Absolutely.
And I've seen you on Facebook plenty times. I've seen you rock out and she, enjoy herself like y'all see right there. She's definitely going in, you know what I mean? She having a good time. And that's a great thing, you know what I mean? Be there like that for your mom and giving her a straight energy and upliftment, even though you may be going through something at that time.
And I do.
You know what I mean?
I do. But for her, let me tell you my order of life. God, my mother, my grands, then my children.
Come on.
That's my order of life right now.
Right.
My kids can take care of themselves. They can take care of their kids. My mother can't take care of herself. And I just told you, I have to do everything for my mother. I have to literally take a spoon and feed my mother. She don't do nothing for herself anymore.
Wow.
Just look at the videos. Her hands are closed.
Right.
My mother can't do nothing. And you know where that came from?
What's that?
I never told you.
No.
Because I was right in the city and not the city. I'm sorry. I was right in the state. Should I not yet?
No.
Okay. But see, that's where that comes in at.
Yeah,
okay. So because I was look how low that plane is. Oh my God.
Yeah, that is kind of low. But I think they about to land though, Barbara.
Okay. It just caught my attention. Like, yo.
No,
but so because I was making these complaints, you know what I'm saying? They call themselves retaliating against me on my mom. Wow. And they abruptly removed her.
You felt that they was actually retaliating?
They did. I'm telling you what happened. I have it recorded where I told that heifer, do not move my mother. Mm-hmm. She, but we could do all this crazy. And she was black too. It's always us. It's always us on us. Right. Always.
Were there any good people that was working with your mom that was really good, that you admire, that you respect, that you show that
hell
show,
no.
Not one. Come on, not one.
Hell no.
I remember you told me about a Jamaican lady. I don't know if she was Jamaican or from the islands or whatever, that she was, you was fond of her. She was
I thought.
Oh, she even changed?
They make it look good when you're there. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay. They make it look good when you're there. Wow. When you are not there, yo, my poor baby. Let me stop. Lord, my mother is rich in spirit, rich in life. She got me. You understand? No doubt. But when she was going through that, please, them people is full of it. Even the last homemaker that I had, I'm getting off track.
Okay, you're not getting off track. You on track. This is what we talking about. Shoot, you definitely on track.
You just, oh my God.
You on track.
But no, I didn't have anybody. At first, I thought I did. Mm-hmm. And me being the person that I am, I brought good energy. I was bringing these people envelopes, like for your birthday or Christmas time. Here's a couple of dollars. Thank you so much for taking care of my mother. Them people was full of it. They was full of it, okay? Because they try to make it look good while, you are there. Or they know you're coming. Right. Because I told you, they had, when the pandemic happened and they opened up, now they had me making an appointment. Mm. And once I made the appointment, you know what I'm saying, they knew I was coming. Right. So, of course, they're going, oh, Miss Jenkins.
Of course.
When I'm not there, they probably say, shut up.
Yeah,
shut up. Shut your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Right. Doing that to my mother.
Yeah, that's deep. That's deep. So, another question. Did you feel overwhelmed and completely alone in this fight?
I did. I did.
How so?
And I'll tell you, because you have people, and I get it. Don't get me, and please don't take this as I'm mad with anybody or I'm upset with it, because I'm not. Right. I'm not upset with. You can't make people have in their heart what should be there. Right. And that goes for family members. That goes for anybody. Facts. You can't make people have something that should be in their heart. Facts. That's number one.
I agree.
But what I found throughout my journey with these friends, friends, right?
Right.
You know how I do. Mm-hmm. If you do something nice for my mother,
you're showing love.
I'm posting it.
Yeah, you're showing
shout
love.
Out to thank you. And I noticed that became a thing for people because it wasn't like, they would do this, another time. They only did it because they knew I was going to post it.
Right.
But now, turn Facebook off. You think these people came to me and said...
Not at all.
Hell no. Come on.
So let me ask you this question. Because you are a person who is the only child. You dope, okay. But you're the only child.
Okay. Okay.
Do you think that you have an ability or, you lean towards people to actually be there for you because of the sense of you not having nobody or growing up with nobody as your brother, sisters? Does that have an effect on you in the way you think you're being the only child? Okay. And then when somebody tell you something like, I got you, Bob, and you take that to heart, and then when they, don't come through on that really slights you in a way. Does being the only child has an effect on that?
Okay. Let me explain to you. I have a first cousin in New York. She's still in New York. Mm-hmm. We grew up as sisters. We estranged now, but we grew up as sisters.
Got it.
So I was never a lonely only child. I never was that.
Got it.
Okay. As far as people, I've learned, whether it's my happily divorced marriage now,
right,
or being in relationships, I learned to depend on me.
Right.
Not nobody else, but me.
That's what's up.
It's hard. That's why I shout out certain people, you know what I'm saying, like Gia and Jetta and Kim and Doreen, Cynthia, like them girls. Like, I love seeing their love for each other because these people go way back. You know what I'm saying? And they still friends till this day. Me, on the other hand, the people that I had in my life that was supposed to be my best friends or, my good friend. Next question.
Damn it, man. Just like that, huh? Just like that.
But the bottom line is, I never grew up being a lonely only child.
Right.
And from my experiences, I would never change who I am, Pooh. I've had disappointments in my life, and I had people to kind of like, defecate on the friendship or whatever, because I tell people all the time, a friendship is just like a relationship or a marriage.
Right.
You have to teach people how to treat you. You have to know your self-worth. You understand?
Facts.
And the thing about it is that, people are all day long as you providing different things or whatever. And I've come to that conclusion. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just deep. But I ain't mad at nobody. Listen,
right.
I got my mother.
No
I
doubt.
got my health. I got my strength. And look at half of these people. They look old as my mother and young as me. Younger than me.
Deep.
You understand? And with all that I done went through in my life, past and present, God still shines that light within me to still smile and bring happiness to somebody else. Because on that turnpike, what?
I know that's
they love me out there.
When you hear the words, honor thy mother and father, that your days be long, what effect does that have on you? When you read those words or hear them words, or when them words come up in your mind?
And see, that's what people fail to realize. Until you understand that assignment, it's going to be misunderstood.
Yeah.
And that assignment is honor thy mother and thy father, and your days will be long upon this land.
Wow.
What that means to me, that means everything.
Wow.
Even in my only prayer right now, because God knows I don't want to die. Right. Nobody don't want to just die.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I plead with God every day, Lord, just give me enough life so I can take care of my mother.
No doubt.
Because if I leave here today or tomorrow, God forbid, what my mother's gonna have? You know what I'm saying? I mean, my daughter is there.
Yeah,
but I don't expect my daughter to give up her whole life, like I did. You know what I'm saying?
But because she's seen the example,
absolutely,
she will definitely step in. I believe that.
My daughter is my support.
I believe
she is really my support.
I believe that about her. Yeah.
That thing get on my nerve, Miss Bus Driver. She made her mother very proud.
Word.
But I know for a fact my daughter will do what she has to do to, help my mom. But I don't expect her to give up her entire life like I did. I don't have a social life. I don't have a boyfriend. I don't have a dog. I don't have a bird.
Barbara, cut the bullshit. You ain't had a boyfriend. You ain't had a boyfriend way before this. The hell you trying to put that on your mama? Get your ass out of here.
Now, what I mean, what I mean by that is the fact that I don't have nothing to give anyone.
I get it.
You
I'm just
understand?
messing with
Everything is for my mommy.
Word,
Everything is
word,
for my baby.
word.
Now, if you want to be in my circumference and chill, you got to know your place. Don't
Right.
expect to compete with my mother. You can't, because somebody said that to me. This guy, he's trying to holler. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Cute. You know?
Okay.
Oh, and B, you can't. I said, sweetheart, I have to make arrangements. I can't just say, oh, I'm going out. I can't do that anymore. So
you got a baby at home for real.
exactly.
Word.
A baby that
Yeah.
everybody, she comes for any and everybody,
I know that's
except
right.
for God. You
I
understand?
know that's right.
So, but needless to say, that
Right.
ain't go nowhere.
I know that's
He couldn't
right.
understand. He
Right.
couldn't. Poor baby. He
No
didn't
doubt.
understand.
He said, poor baby, you can understand.
So, but we
No
still
doubt.
talk on the phone and stuff. That's
Okay.
my boy.
No doubt.
I think he in a relationship now. I think.
Okay. He couldn't wait on you. He said, hell
No,
with that.
absolutely not. Don't
Yeah, I
wait
get
on
it.
me.
No
Keep
doubt.
it moving.
I get it.
But far as my mom, like I said, I'm in love with the fact that I love my mother so much.
Wow.
I'm in
That's
love
deep.
with that.
That's
You understand?
Deep. That's real deep. I
And
like
it's true.
that. I like
It's true.
that.
She's
Real
my
deep.
everything. She's my everything. No, she don't feed herself no more. She don't do nothing. I got her arms. I got her legs. I got everything she needs.
No doubt.
Everything. So
that's what's up.
Yeah.
How has this experience affected your emotional health?
Okay, I can't front.
Be honest. Be honest.
And I'm going to be honest.
No doubt.
I mean, that's why I'm here.
No doubt.
Sometimes I do go to a sunken place. You know what I'm saying? I like to call it a sunken place. Because I sit and I think, like, wow, you know what I'm saying? All these people was in my life. You know what I'm saying? And people fail to realize, shout out to those, and I'm not going to, individualize who do what.
Right.
But I have people in my life that calls me. And y'all know who y'all are. Y'all know who y'all are.
Right.
Y'all call me. You will inbox me. B, how you doing, babe? How's mom? And it ain't no, I want
phony.
I want to get you
That's
and
right.
get with you. No,
Yep.
This is a genuine love that they have for me and my mother. And you know exactly who you are. I mean, this person, he got his own life. He do everything
right.
And it's a couple of them. It's not only one, but it's a few people that take that time to say, let me check on Barbara and see how she's doing.
That's right.
You know what that means to me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rather than have somebody laughing and grinning in my damn face, talking about, oh, you my friend, I'm your friend. Bitch, oh.
It's all right. You can say that on that. You can say that on that. You can say that on that. Yeah,
okay.
It's okay.
All right. Beep. Oh, you beeped it. Okay.
No, I ain't beeped
it.
I ain't beeped it. But go ahead.
I don't hear it no more.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Are you on?
Yep.
No.
You don't hear it no more?
1 2 1 2.
Hold on.
Don't want. There you go.
There you go. You hear it?
There you go. There you go. Boom, boom, boom.
All right.
Yeah, but yeah, that means a lot when a person can really just take the time and say, you know what, let me just call Barbara and see how she's doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no strings attached.
Right.
Ain't looking for nothing. It's just, how you doing, sis? How's your mom?
Right.
Everything good with your mom? That means a lot to my heart. You understand me? Yeah. But again, sometimes, yes, I do go to a sunken place and, but I still have it in my heart to help somebody else. Because I'll get calls. Barbara, blah, blah, and I give encouraging words. I just let it be known. No, I'm not a preacher.
Right.
I'm not ordained for nothing, but God knows my heart.
That's what's up.
You understand? And my mother is an ordained evangelist. And I don't say she's still here. She may not be active in that role anymore.
Right.
But she's still ordained and she's evangelist. And guess what? She is anointed because God is not ready for her yet. And that's my baby. We be dancing and stuff. She be coaching me. I mean, and I have to, use my laughter as a coping mechanism. You understand? Because this situation really can take you down.
No doubt.
Because caregiving, I don't know if people know about it, whoever been in, because you have people that have, cared for their loved ones, I'm sure.
Right. Of course.
But
of course.
It's deep. If you have not walked in this experience, you wouldn't understand it. You wouldn't understand it.
Come on, you better teach.
Wouldn't
You teach
understand it.
today.
They wouldn't understand it.
Right.
And they look at me like, yeah, like I said, that young lady said she felt sorry for me. I said, baby, don't feel sorry for me.
I know,
I'm
that's
good.
right.
I'm good.
You living in your chapter. You living. This is part of the mission.
Exactly.
This is part of the chapter in your life, and
I
everybody
understand
gonna
the assignment.
everybody gonna have to go through it. That's the bottom line.
No.
And that's why I said when people watch this, they're gonna actually learn something from this. You know what I mean?
I hope so.
Yeah. I've learned something myself from you. And, till this day, I took care of my mom,
yes, you did.
And taking care of her.
That's right. That's right.
A lot of years. And now my brother has taken over. We understand the mission. We understand the assignment. You know what I mean?
If I can just touch 1, 2, 3,
no
whatever
doubt.
it is,
That's right.
I'm grateful for that. That's why I'm sitting here on your couch.
No doubt.
Because I said, I didn't want you. Remember, we were supposed to do this a long time ago.
A long time ago.
And I'm like, nah.
And you know what she said? You know what she said? I'm going to put it out there.
Oh, Lord.
You know what she said? Let me tell you what
Miss
Barbara Jenkins said to me when I asked her, you should come on the show. Should I say it? No, don't say it.
Don't say it.
You're going to feel bad?
Not true.
Oh, she said it's not true. You better not.
No, I'm saying what I said is not true. Not what you're saying. What I said to you that time, it's not true.
You didn't say those words?
No, I said the words,
okay.
but
do y'all want to hear what she said?
No.
Just put a 1 in the chat. No. If you want to hear what Barbara said to me when I tried to convince her, you need to come on the show. Maybe you could possibly get some help from whoever see the show that might be watching. Because once you share, political people might see it. This person might see it. That person might see it. Do you want to hear what she said to me?
Don't put no 1 in no chat.
Put a 1 in the chat. I'm looking for ones right now. Let me see. Let me see. I'm
Didn't
looking.
I just say that's not true?
Do I see a 1? No, that was earlier. Oh, that was earlier.
Nobody don't want to hear that. Y'all don't want to hear that negativity.
If you want to hear what this is positive.
Right.
This is positive.
You telling them what I said is not positive.
Yeah, but me telling you what I said is positive. You feel me? Think about it. Yeah. Do you want to hear what?
Ask me a question.
I said to her, and what was her response to me telling her to come on the show? What? Now, I need a 1.
If y'all do that, y'all just nosy. I said don't do that.
All right, I need a 1 in the chat.
No.
I need a 1 in the chat.
No. Let's get back to the interview.
All right, let's get back to the interview. All right, but I don't see the 1. Yeah,
no, don't put that up
showing
there.
Love. Okay.
And that was my apology. That's my bad, and I apologize because it's not true.
No doubt.
It's not true. So we don't need to tell them nothing about that.
You got that. Okay. Much love, respect.
Okay.
I ain't going to do it to you.
Okay.
I should, though. Y'all put a 1 in the chat. I'm telling you, I'm doing it. I'm going to keep looking. All right. So now,
we got people up there.
Yeah, there's a few heads up here. I actually show some of their responses. Juanita. What's up, Juanita?
Hey,
much love. Thank you for chiming in. Appreciate you.
That's my baby.
She said, I applaud you, sis, for talking on full responsibility of your mom. That isn't easy.
No, it's not. Hey, Nita. What's up, sweetie?
Real talk. Yep. So now the next question would be, I'm still, I'm looking for that 1.
You better not be looking for no 1s.
All right. Now, did I ask you this question?
What?
Do you think the abuse in New Jersey is more common and more than other facilities?
It's everywhere, honey. Mm-hmm. It's everywhere. Let me tell you something. Life is up. Like, remember back in the day, because you're not that much younger than me.
Right. Most people don't realize that it's a lot of abuse going on in a lot of facilities. This is my point. A lot of people don't really know that.
You know why? Because the main objective is help. That's what they thinking. Help. And then you got some that just leave their loved ones. They drop them off, gone. Yeah. They want to wait for the inheritances and see what they left.
You actually seen that too, because you are in facilities where you actually became close to some of the mothers and fathers that's there, sitting there with nobody coming to seeing them, but they do have kids, they do have relatives, and you actually witnessed that.
Oh, I witnessed. Let me tell you a story.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you a quick story. Okay, so in Morristown, right? My mother was in 2 facilities in Morristown, 2. So things happen. They call themselves calling the cops on me, right? June of 2023.
Got it.
They called the police on me forcefully, of course,
Right.
because they I had the upper hand.
Got it.
So they had to do something.
Did you have somebody in the headlock or anything?
No.
Okay. You pull out on somebody, nothing like that?
No.
You ain't jump on nobody? You ain't physically hit nobody? Nothing?
No.
Just some words. Oh, gotcha.
So anyway, they called the police on me, and I guess they felt, okay, we got her now. You know what I'm saying? Now keep in mind, state workers,
Right.
which I put on blast, okay? The administration, they were in cahoots together. Okay. Now, and this is another thing y'all need to know. Those citations that they receive when people like make complaints to the agencies that govern those facilities,
Right.
those citations are garbage. They're full of shit. Okay. Bleep it out.
Got you.
They're full of shit. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because
It's going off?
No. Okay, there it is. Okay, there it is. Okay. The reason why I say that is because, all right, I gave these people chance after chance, and I come to them with my complaints. My mom, like, and it's just a lot. It's
Right.
When I tell y'all, it's a lot. It's a lot. My baby was being abused. She was being neglected. It's a lot. So when I go to these people, now you had these people. This lady, I'll never forget her name. I'm not going to put her name out there because. She's a state worker.
Wow.
She was from Kentucky. Okay. Kentucky. All right. This thing, you know what I'm saying? Instead of her, listening to, what's going on, because when I made the complaints, the state, they try to make it look good.
Right.
And they send these field workers, these surveyors, and all this BS. Man, Pooh, them people was in cahoots together.
Wow.
And like I said, until you understand this assignment, it's going to be misunderstood. It's about money. They don't give a damn about them elderly people in there. And for every medication that they give them, they get more money. And this is why when y'all walk up in them facilities, if y'all go there and them little people sitting there like this, and they out of it, they get money.
Hold that thought. Give me 1 minute. Hold that thought.
What you gotta go pee?
Yeah. Nope. I gotta go grab something real quick.
Oh, wait a minute. No.
You good.
Oh, I said you gotta go pee. It's still on? Uh-oh, what's that? Two. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I can hear it. Yeah, I can still hear it. Are we back?
We back.
And what was the question again? Because
you was on. Once you understand.
Oh, once you understand the assignment, once you understand, it won't be misunderstood. Okay.
Right.
So again, the state, you got the state that's in cahoots with the administration, and then you got the administration in cahoots with the staff, and then you got this. Oh, it's a mess, y'all.
Wow.
Until y'all understand that, the only thing I can tell you not to do, don't put your parents in there. Don't put your loved ones in there. Don't do it. Okay. And people told me, Paul, I need to present this, man.
I got you.
Okay.
All right,
but
here we go.
people tell me, oh, Barbara, you need more people because Pooh want to finally let me, reveal what I want to say. But
well, since we there,
okay.
What is it that you want to reveal? And yeah, you couldn't wait.
I'm so happy you asked. I'm so happy you asked.
No doubt.
Okay. This was my life at one point, and this has only been a year, Pooh. This was 1 year.
Wow.
This was 1 year. Wait a minute, y'all. Wait. Do y'all know what this is? Wait. See these? Look.
Wow. That's thick too. Yeah, that's thick.
You see these?
That's a lot. What is that?
This?
What is that?
I want
those checks? What is that?
I wish. You see these, y'all?
Money orders?
Y'all see what this is, right? Wait.
Yeah, show them how thick that is.
See how thick this is?
Mm-hmm.
You see?
Yeah.
You see? Let me turn it around. You see how thick that is?
Yeah.
These are return receipts.
Wow.
for letters that I submitted. That's why I tell you, I have a lot of fun, but I'm smart. Okay. Mm-hmm. And did y'all know that it's the format that you gotta write to write the president or the vice president or the governor or the senators or the House Congress? Don't you know it's a certain format that you have to use? You can't just write a regular letter. Okay. But look what this is. This was all for my mother.
So you definitely reported, abuse, negligence to the state agencies.
Pooh, did you just
to the authorities? And what happened? What happened after you did all of this? That's a lot. Is this part of this, or is this extra stuff?
This is no. This is a part of this because two things go. This is how you send a return receipt.
Got it.
This is how you send a return receipt. Mm-hmm. Just like this. This part goes on the envelope, and this part is basically your receipt. Right?
Got it.
Until the letters reach where they gotta go, then this part comes back to you with a signature. Look, with a signature. Right. You know how much this costs?
How much?
What?
Who?
Do you? And I have more at home. I didn't.
You didn't bring them all.
I didn't bring them all, but each individual thing had this thing, and it's a price with this.
Right.
The highest price I paid was $30.
Wow.
And I think $30.95.
Change,
And I sent, 3 of them at one time.
Wow.
And it was to the vice president. It was to the Senate, to what's his name?
Wow.
He's the elderly coalition, the head of the elderly coalition. Okay. He's in the Senate.
Gotcha.
Him, and I sent this other one. Lord, don't let me start getting into names. But right. It cost me $30. Why did it cost me $30 a piece? Was because the information that was contained in the envelope, they charge you by the weight.
Right.
So when I wrote the vice president, right, at the time, I had to send everything.
Wow.
I sent everything that I had. Video footage,
right,
photos, documents. I sent everything that me and my mother went through. Right. I sent everything. Now ask me, did I get a response?
Nothing? You lying.
Is water clear? Is water clear?
Nah, Jersey water dirty.
Dirty as hell. But yeah, no, I'm laughing, but this is not a joking matter. Because this right here is a shame before God.
Right.
This is a shame. My mother worked very hard in this goddamn born country.
Right.
She was an active voter before she got her first stroke. She had her first stroke. My mother was an active voter. You understand? And for my mother and me to be treated this way, nobody cares. Nobody cares. That's why I tell y'all, if you don't understand that assignment, it's gonna be misunderstood. Right. And the assignment is about money. They don't give a damn. What?
Yeah.
Man, and guess what? Power of attorney and custody of your loved one is very important. It is imperative.
That's right.
Extremely imperative,
no doubt,
that you have power of attorney or custody of your loved one. That's all I got to say. Okay. And that's why I got my mother. See, they thought they won the battle, but I won the war. I got my mother. Y'all won't be getting her insurance money no more. How about that?
So you basically took her out of those facilities.
I did.
Definitely.
Sacrificed my life to take care and protect hers.
That's what's up. That's a blessing.
There it is.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
And I am honored to take care of my mother. Honored. I know people don't even like their mothers.
Woo!
I ain't never heard that. What? What?
I know that's
what?
Right.
You don't like your mother?
Like what?
I don't even know that.
Yeah. I know that's right.
Maybe when I was a teenager, she used to get on my nerves, but now, what?
As an adult, right?
My mother can do anything she want to do. Right. Let me tell you something. I used to have a weak stomach, right? When I took on this role, I'm now a doctor. I'm a nurse. I'm a CNA. I am everything my mother needs.
Come
I
on,
take
man.
very good care of my mother.
Yeah, you did the
Anybody that
research, huh?
knows, I take care of my mother. Sometimes I have to go in and help her.
Right.
You understand?
Mhm.
And I mean, pull it out of her. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Mommy, come on. Bobby in my ass. That's what she
Right.
say. Look,
No doubt.
and I don't know what I'm doing, but I know I'm relieving my mother. I'm helping my mother.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
But that's just the love that I have for my mother.
That's right.
All of that. Oh, I can't stand doo-doo. I can't stand the smell. Blah, blah,
Right,
please.
right.
My mother got all of that.
No doubt.
I love my mother. I
That's
just
what's
love her.
up. That's
I just
what's
love
up.
her. Mhm.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
So, what would you say to the facilities? I want to ask this: what would you say to to the administration who failed you, who failed your mother?
Failed my mother?
Yeah.
What
would
I
you
want to say to them?
Yeah.
God is going to get you.
Mm.
That's all I got to say. God is going to get you. I'm not going to be the one. Because you don't know if I step out of my character, right? If I step out of my character mentally and harbor this anger,
Yeah, man.
this
I can imagine.
if I hold all of that stuff on my heart, do you not know God would not be pleased with me and what I'm doing?
Right.
He wouldn't be pleased.
Right.
I'm not even mad at them people because the woman that moved my mother from that room abruptly, because when she abruptly removed my mother from that room, it catapulted the dementia. So you remember when my mother used to do her little scratch or
Yeah,
she
all
didn't
that.
have the
I remember
concept
that.
win and lose,
Right.
but I would give them to her. You
Right.
know, she would scratch or she was eating solid food. She was
Right.
doing all of those things.
Right.
Once that heifer moved my mother from that room out of retaliation for me,
That has an effect on them, huh?
catapulted the dementia.
Right.
And the end result was now I have to pureate her food and I have to feed her. My mother
Wow.
can't do nothing for herself. But the best part about it is, Pooh, with dementia, it has different levels.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
It has different levels. And my mother, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. My mother still is in her right mind sometimes.
Nice.
Sometimes
Okay.
she's still in her right mind. And see, I wish I could let you hear a recording, but it's going to mess us up.
Right.
But
That's all right.
she's still in her right mind sometimes. And most of the time, she don't even know it's me.
Mm.
And this is why I tell people all the time, my peace is very important. Don't come to me with no drama. Don't tell me what somebody's supposed to say about me. I don't give a
I know
don't
that's
care.
right.
I don't care.
I know that's right.
I don't care. Paul, I don't attend funerals anymore. It's not that, you know what I'm saying, I mean, only thing I could do is from afar, it's give you my condolences, your
Right.
family. I will not bring that energy around my mom.
I know that's right.
I'm not going to do it.
That's what's
You
up.
understand? It's
I
a lot
get
of
it.
things
I
I
get
don't do anymore.
I get
And
it.
like, I'm not, if I cut you off, chances are you handed me the scissors because I'm
okay.
not that type of a person.
Got
You
it.
know what I'm saying? And these people nowadays, they so fake.
Right.
Like I don't, man. Listen,
No
listen.
doubt.
Don't make me go on that side.
I know that's right.
Don't make me go over there. But
What was your what has your mother taught you through this experience? And even if she couldn't speak or fight back herself, what has your mother taught you through this experience?
what she taught me is patience.
Mm.
I learned patience. I learned compassion.
Nice.
I learned just unconditional love. I learned acceptance.
Mm.
I learned,
That's deep.
oh my God, it's so much I learned.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, has it been times where I wish my mother could walk? Because I'd be like, damn.
Yeah.
If my mother could walk, I would be
could do
dragging
this.
her around to the house music
Right,
festivals.
right, right.
And, you know what I'm saying? I would take her around. You know, my daughter even be saying, Mom, we could put her in the car and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, Gina, no, that's too much work. You know what I'm saying? To put her in a car and, you know, stuff like that. But my mother taught me, this whole experience taught me so much, Pooh.
Wow.
It taught me so much. And like I said, I'm honored to take care of
No
my
doubt.
mother. I don't
No
know
doubt.
about nobody else and their parents. I can't speak on them. And some people don't even have their parents. And they tell me all the time, you know, Barbara, thank you for sharing your mother.
No
Thank
doubt.
you. And I said, no, thank you
Wow.
for being there for me and for me to help her.
Facts.
Because Facebook helps me.
Mhm.
Some people, you put everything. Somebody said that to me before. You put everything on Facebook. I said, well, what kind of vehicle I drive? Wait.
They couldn't answer that?
I said, huh?
They couldn't answer that?
No. I said, what kind of vehicle I drive? He couldn't. I know you said, you say I put everything on Facebook.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, I don't knock people for what they feel they need to do to make themselves happy.
Yeah.
You ain't never seen me put no vehicle on Facebook. And since Facebook been, I done had 6, 7 vehicles.
Right. Brand new.
Brand new. And all I be, thank you. Cause boo, I got people be talking. I'm like, this shit don't impress me.
Right.
No. Been there, done that.
Word.
It don't impress me, but you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And yes, everything I had from 1991 to the present day was brand new except for one. And it's been 10 of them.
Yeah.
Except for one that was certified pre-owned.
Right.
But you ain't never seen it on Facebook.
Materialism,
you ain't never seen
materialism is not important to you.
It's not at
Your
all.
mother is more important than anything on this earth that's material.
Listen to me.
Come on.
There's nothing you can possibly. I've been there. I've done that. Nothing. There's nothing. Only thing I want is my mother, to take care of my mother. That's it.
Right.
That's it.
Yep.
When people come in, the homemakers or whatever, they don't have to do anything.
They're only there for a check.
My mother, just keep her company.
Some people say they're only there for a check. You know what I mean? So
that's what they are in those facilities.
That's why people should keep their parents home, close to them.
But see, you got to understand too. You got to understand. Everybody's not equipped for this.
Right? They can't do it.
They cannot do it.
Real talk.
And don't get me wrong. Everybody, look. When I made the decision to retire, I didn't know I was going to be taking care of my mother.
Right.
I didn't know that. But at the time, I don't regret retiring. At the time I did.
Right.
Because like I said previously in the interview, you got people that got sick, they died, they made all of these plans to retire and they couldn't even enjoy retirement.
Come on, man.
We talking September 2025. God spare my life. I've been retired from the Board of Education of Jersey City for 10 years.
Blessing, man. That's a blessing.
That's a blessing.
Yeah.
And I didn't know God was chopping up my steps, blessing them for me to take care of my mother.
Wow.
I don't regret what.
What do you want other children who are the only child to know if they're facing similar battle? What do you want them to know? Like that one person in the family, they're the only child, and they're going through the same thing or maybe on their way going through the same exact thing. What would you want to tell them?
Okay, first of all, I can't tell them anything. You gotta have it here.
What you want them to know?
But what I would share with you is, if you are not ready for this situation, don't attempt to do it. Find somebody in your family that's a support system for you to help you. But do not put your parents in the facilities. Please don't do it. Because I'm telling you, my mother and I traveled oh my God, the journey, Paul.
I can imagine. I can imagine, man.
Nobody would ever understand, man. If you have not walked in this journey, you will never understand. And my mother was mistreated. She was abused. All of that stuff. That's why I was like, what? These people trying to put me in jail. They trying to make me go to jail because I was ready to kill somebody.
I can imagine.
And like I said, I don't condone it.
But you understand.
But I understand.
Oh.
Because, bro, you remember when they used to have the postal people, they get fired from the job and they come back and kill people?
Right.
That would have been me. And I'm talking taking innocent people. I had to be ready to die.
Just because you was a part of it.
And I wasn't ready to die.
Right.
You understand? That's the only reason that didn't happen. But I understand.
Yeah.
When they roll up in there, just killing everybody, I understand.
Right.
I understand.
That ain't be that deep.
Because I'm not going just to the administrator.
Everybody was a part of it. The whole facility.
Everybody going down. Everybody I'm killing
That was your mind. That was your mindset. Wow. So those thoughts came across your mind.
What?
I know that's right.
But then I had to come back down to earth. I had to pray and ask God to please give me this strength. And look how he blessed me.
Wow.
I got my mother, boo.
That's right, man.
I got my mother.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted. Because like I said, I had to alter my whole life to do this because I was trying. My situation was I thought I would be able to take her from one extreme and bring her to another. And that wasn't my journey.
Right.
That wasn't my journey. Man,
wow.
They took us through hell.
Look, man, surveys indicate that 64% of nursing home staff admitted
That they
committing some form of abuse or neglect in the past year.
Listen to me. I'm gonna tell you
These
one.
are stats.
You can Google this. It was January 2023.
Right.
It was in Cedar Knolls at Aristocare in Cedar Knolls. A 91-year-old lady was beat to death. She was beat to death by a dementia patient.
Got it.
How did that happen, you ask?
How?
Because they weren't monitoring him. Wow. He was roaming out. He beat that lady, 91 years old. She lasted 2 days and she died. Now, this was my situation. And I sent it.
Right.
In the midst of this. I had cameras up in my mother's room. Right? I had the footage. I sent the footage. A man was in my mother's room. He was in his wheelchair. And when I went on the camera and I looked, like, what the hell? Now, keep in mind, my mother was in the day room at the time. Now, they had already done moved my mother, so now she's in her state of mind now. She don't move no more. She don't, do all the stuff she used to. But they rolled her in the day room, right? So thank God she was there. So when I did look at the camera, and I'm like, what the hell? Yeah. So I called, and I was like, listen, this man in my mother room, blah, blah, blah. Now they take their butts in there. I go back to the camera, and now you can see them getting the man up. This man done got out the wheelchair and got in my mother's bed and laid down in the bed. Right?
Stop playing.
As God is my witness, I'm going to show you. I should have bought all of that stuff, but I'm going to show you one day.
We'll do part 2.
Right. I'm going to show you. Got out of the bed. Got in. They got him out of the bed. Whatever. Okay. So now I'm pissed because my thing is, if my mother was in that room, anything could have happened. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. And my mother, she couldn't help herself.
Facts.
Don't you know the next day, and all of this stuff is time stamped. That very next day, y'all, I think it was 6:20 something a.m. This man was sitting at the bottom of my mother's bed, at the edge of her bed, in his wheelchair, just staring at my mother. Staring at her.
Wow.
All of that went to Congress, Senate, all of these governor.
Everybody.
I sent all that stuff.
No response. Not one response. No, you're not going to tell me.
No. Okay. All
right, now.
I had one response, right?
You said one, not two, maybe two?
One response.
Maybe two, Barbara?
Maybe response. 3? One response.
Damn.
And it was just like this. The senator, I'm not going to even name no names, but the person, I'm the head of their campaign, whatever it is, whatever that, because that whole political arena is bullshit. But I'm the head of yes, the person is busy, but blah 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 blah. So I contact this bitch back. I said, this person told me to contact them.
Yeah.
This bitch never contacted me back.
Wow.
She never even said nothing back.
Not one thing.
I was like, you know what? I'm done.
So
that's why
you said the political shit is a bunch of bullshit. Why,
bullshit.
Why so? How
why?
So? Why you say
because they come out, they kiss on kids. They love you. Vote for me. I'll change your life. Soon as you elect their asses and they get in there, them bastards go the other way. And that's what they are to me. I don't vote anymore. I used to be the type of person, don't please vote. It counts, vote. When this happened to me and my mother, this is what I think about your voting. Just like this. All right? And yeah, say what you want. I don't give a damn. That's why Trump got his ass in there. Because all y'all voted. Wow. Yeah. That political shit. Let me go back.
Go back.
Let me show y'all something.
Go back.
Because I thought I had an upper hand.
Wow.
Listen, I'm gonna show you something. I thought I had an upper hand, right? Okay. Wait a minute.
Only on that. While you at it, while she's at it, please do me a favor, share the page, like the page. This will help the page or this video get to other people that may be facing some of the same trials and tribulations, that may be facing some of the things that Barbara has going through. So, maybe she said something today that can help you.
What I said? They full of shit?
I mean, far as the whole
The
situation.
politicians?
Yeah, no. I'm talking
Yeah.
about far as this whole interview
Oh, the whole
about
oh.
about the facilities, about your mom, and
Oh,
about
absolutely.
their mom, about their dad, and things like that. You know,
So many
it
people.
may
Oh,
give
here
you
we
something
go.
to think about.
Here we go.
Hmm.
Now, I'm gonna show y'all this. Let me stretch it just just a little bit. I go here, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Y'all see what that is? Y'all can see what that is?
What
You
is
see it,
it?
Pooh?
I see a little bit. Yep.
You see it?
Those are plats and stuff.
Right.
Plats and
Right.
awards.
Exactly.
Right.
Now, the drop story with this is once I I made history, right? Becoming the first woman painter here. Well, where we at? In Jersey City, right?
Jersey City, right.
Okay. Once I became the first, first female painter here, right? All my accolades started coming in. And I'm just thankful to God that my mother was able to enjoy that time
Nice.
that I made
That
her
her
proud.
daughter made her proud. That's
I made
right.
my mother very
That's what's
proud.
up.
You
That's what's
understand?
up.
So check this out, right? I'm thinking I'll get off her hand. Oh yeah, I got all these accolades and
They're gonna
that's
represent
Senator
you. They're gonna
awards,
represent
that's
me.
Congressional
Yeah.
Record Awards.
They're gonna look out for me.
That's all them awards.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody came to your aid.
I have to say this. Mr. Donald Payne Sr., may God rest your soul.
Blessings.
I really feel in my heart of hearts, if Mr. Payne, Congressman Payne was still living, he would have came to my aid. I really feel that. Like, I really feel that.
Right.
If I'm wrong, then it's in the spiritual, universe that I'm wrong.
Right.
But I feel in my heart, he would have helped me. He would have, even if he wouldn't have been able to change the situation, he would have done something to help me. Okay? All these other phonies, because that's what y'all are, until you get in there.
Well, to their defense, to the other politicians' defense, maybe if they would have known.
Pull.
If you have you gone directly to all you can.
Don't have
all
me to
of them?
start naming names. I'm not gonna name no names, all right?
All right.
But there is some, and
Right.
if they watching this thing here,
Right.
this interview, y'all know who y'all are. I came to y'all years ago. Oh, la, la, la. Anyway,
Okay.
next question.
Next
don't
question.
don't even get me started with these politicians.
All right.
Because somebody said to me, Barbara, you need to run for city council. You done been through so much.
Yeah.
You know this. You know that. I used to write tickets for the city. You understand? That's when I learned politics.
Right.
Politics is full of shit. Okay? Because in order to survive in that arena of bullshit, you got to be a liar. You got to be hard-hearted, and you damn sure can't have no kind of feeling.
No
you
compassion.
can't. You can't. No compassion, no morality, no none of that. Because there is no way in this world, that y'all gonna allow this situation right here.
Wow.
I told you this shit was gonna get deep. There's no way y'all gonna allow something like this to happen to a law-abiding citizen, a registered voter, somebody that's been here in this country all her life, to let that happen to my mother? Are y'all stupid? I wish y'all would come up in here. Somebody come in here, ask me a question. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Ask me a question, politician. Any of you.
Anybody got any questions? You can call in right now.
Ask.
The number is 973 433-5666. You can call in if you got any questions to those who are watching, to those who are just viewing this live right now. Don't forget to press like and share.
I have a question for the politicians that's going to call in. Any of you. You can be a council person. You can be a road runner. You can be, I don't care what you be.
A road runner?
You can be any of them things. This is the question that I have for you. Why? Why would you allow someone that you are seeking assistance from to get you a seat that you are going for? Why would you allow them to go through what they went through without even trying to even assist them? Now, I'm going to give you my theory as to why you didn't help me. I'm going to tell you why. Because I understand. I get it. Okay? But I'm going to give it to everybody else that don't get it. Okay? This is the thing, right? You have people that still have it in their heart to help people. That is political. You know what I'm saying? But then there are the higher ups. All right. Just look at it as the Illuminati and the secret society type situations.
Okay, we're getting deep now.
Because y'all know, if y'all know what you know, you know. The president don't even run the United States.
Right.
You understand? He got a boss too.
Facts.
Did y'all know that? Anyway, that's a fun fact. I just want to put that out there. But just think. All right, I'm gonna put myself as an example. I'm a politician, right? You came to me, Pooh. You came to me with a problem that you may have had.
Right.
In my heart of hearts, I want to help you. I do. But I got to go to my colleagues that's going to look at me like I'm crazy. Like, if you don't sit your ass down and stay out of that ain't got, no, we're not getting involved with that. So now what do I do to help the person that came to me for help? You understand? So now these politicians don't want that problem on their back because they like, oh, hell no. Because God, I can't mention names, but it's one person, and I will not reveal who this person is. But I love you. I will always have it in my heart for you. I appreciate you, and you know exactly who I'm talking about. If you watching this, thank you, just thank you for being a human being. Thank you for caring. Okay, and that's all I got to say on that. But back to what I was saying. Them damn politicians, woo, make your head blow off. You hear me? Because they full of it. They full of it. As soon as the election coming around, we got the boots on the ground. That's what it is. They got boots on the ground when they trying to get these places. Look, where them things is at? Boots on the ground. But anywho, they got their boots on the ground when it's time for that election. Soon as that election is over, your ass is a forgotten about thought. Trust me, from experience.
By the way, if you need a fan, I got you.
Boots on the ground.
I got them, yeah.
But that's just what it is, y'all. I mean, I'm not here to bash nobody. Because like I said, if you can take your butt to sleep, and in good conscience go to sleep knowing that all of this stuff and all of this corruption, because I heard somebody that you had here, they were saying how people think that she can change the whole dynamic of whatever it is going on, and all
I think that was truthful.
I get that part.
I think she was honest about that.
I get that part.
They can't do too much about it.
What are you supposed to do when you have a situation?
Right.
You understand that one of the people that put you in your position.
Right.
What do you do? That's a cop out. That's an excuse to me. I'm sorry. I don't give a damn. People, yes, your hands are tied to certain situations, but what does a person do when they come into the same person that they elected to get them in that seat? What do you do when you go to them for help? If you're going to have that type of mentality, oh, I can't help because there's more people think that you can change the world. No, I'm not saying change the world. I'm not saying, because when you take that oath, because I took an oath when I was writing tickets, I solemnly swear to write a ticket and give a person a ticket or whatever the hell they said to me, right?
Right.
When you take that oath, you're lying. You put your hand on that Bible and you're lying. Okay? That's just the bottom line. Wow. You're lying. Okay? Period. So y'all ain't got to worry about me, because if it's up to my vote to get you in there, it's not going to happen. And that's just the way I feel. And I don't give a damn what nobody say. Y'all got a problem with what I'm saying? Chime in so I can cut your ass up. Chime in. Right. Because if you have not walked in my situation, you can't say a damn thing about the way I feel. Wow. And I feel like those politicians are full of it. Now Trump getting ready to show y'all. For real. And it's so unfortunate that I got to deal with the bullshit too. And I didn't even vote for him.
Wow. That's deep.
I got to deal with that too. So.
Deep. Deep. Well, I can hear your compassion, man. Your compassion
I'm real
for your
compassion.
mom is deep.
For my mother, exactly.
If you can change one thing about the elder care in this country, what would that be?
If I can change anything?
About the elder care in this country.
I would make sure I wouldn't give a damn about a certificate. You gotta have it in your heart.
Wow.
I always said, if I got money in honor of my mother, I will open me two state-of-the-art facilities. Two. Okay?
No doubt.
I don't care about your certificate. If you got it in here, and I gotta know it's there. Because guess what? You work in my facility, trust and believe it's going down. You're gonna be in the place where you supposed to be. And you ain't gonna be abusing my little elderly people. I love old people. I do. I think they are so cute.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a blessing. Look how these kids dying up. It's a blessing to be pushing. You know me. I'm 29. I'm 29.
Right.
I will be 60 years old November in a couple of months.
Come on.
I am grateful to God that He's sparing my life to, God, please, Lord, please. God forbid anything happen to me. But I am grateful to be pushing that age.
Any calls? Any calls? You want to ask Barbara a question? You want to speak to her? You want to show her some love? Do me the favor, 973-433-5666. 973-433-5666. Barbara came with receipts.
Yeah, receipts.
Thick as hell.
That right there is deep.
All of the...
that is deep.
Yeah,
and that's 1 year.
Correspondence that she was trying to get help.
You know how much money that is? Could y'all please give me my money back?
And how much would you say all the you spent on just trying to get these letters?
That right there in that envelope?
Yeah.
That's close to, I want to say 18.
About $2,000 tops.
Yeah.
And if you add the ink and the pens that you had added on there, that's even a little more.
What you mean ink and no, I did it on my computer and I had to buy paper.
Right.
I had to keep I got the hook
so
up.
You didn't have to fill nothing out?
Absolutely. I had to write that. That's the ink. What does that one say? U.S. Department of Health. Okay. What is that?
200 Independence Ave.
And that says where?
Washington, D.C.
Southwest. Washington, D.C.
Wow.
That's one. You can pull out a few if you want.
Wow.
You can. Got my permission.
State of New Jersey, Health Department. Health, PO, Trenton, New Jersey. Yeah.
Okay.
State of New Jersey.
There's something else under there. Look, there's something else under there. What's that one? Don't say that name. Just say Senator.
Yep. Gateway.
Okay. Right. Yep. Don't even say the name.
Gateway, New Jersey.
Yep. You can pull it out.
Another one from Trenton.
Long-term care. Office of the Governor? Office of the Governor. Okay. Put that in. That's Department of Health in Washington. Okay. But these are different letters in different places. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Trenton again. Yeah. Office of...
Lieutenant Governor. And she's dead now. God rest her soul.
God rest her soul.
Didn't get a response.
Board of Nursing in Trenton.
Them bitches was doing the wrong thing.
The National Action Network.
Oh,
damn!
You better say that.
You went to Harlem too? You went to Harlem?
What?
Damn, she ain't playing no games. Wow.
That's Ben Crump. Oh, that's Ben Crump. Oh yeah, he's down there where? He's in Pennsylvania. Now let me tell you about these two. Let me tell you about them two.
Here in D.C.
That's
DC. Pennsylvania Avenue.
Yeah, that's in D.C. Let me tell you. Let me tell you about them two. Okay, somebody said to me, they said, Barbara, they said, if it's not on television, they're not going to respond. And that's the truth.
Wow.
That was true. Because I wasted my money to reach out to these two people, and they didn't even respond to me to help me with my mother. My mother was being abused.
Messages and everything.
What?
Called, letters.
You see, everything. It's a receipt on those.
Receipts, yeah. And a stamp. Yeah.
It's a stamp and a receipt. It's they had to sign for that. That paper right there. This piece.
Right.
You see this? Look what that says. You can see it.
Can't see it that good, but we can read it to them.
It says received. Oh, they can't see it. Received. So that means they got it.
They got it. Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't respond. They didn't give a damn about my mother. They don't care.
Wow.
So, but I just say this to say, if you can, no, it ain't if you can. You make yourself be able to do it. Get your parents. Don't ever put your parents in the places. Please don't. Don't. And you'll see where all your friends at. You'll see where all the people that claim they love you.
Teresa said Barbara has always had a big voice. She has a following, and she know it. Turn key.
What's Teresa?
Turn key. Run for office. That's a good idea.
Oh, hell no.
You
But
might
what
can
did I
change
just
some things.
tell you?
I know. You said you have to be alive, but you don't have to be.
Pull. They would have my ass floating in the river some damn where.
You
Because
think so?
I would make too much noise and they don't want to hear that. That's problems for them. They want to run. You know how it is when, like the schools. All right. I've been in the school system for over 25 years, right? You know how when things happen, but they don't want to say nothing because they want to look perfect. That's how that is.
Wow.
They don't want no problems. Get out of here. Old people. They gonna die. That's their mentality. They gonna die. They don't want to hear that. And me, they was like, Barbara, you should go down to Washington. You should do this. You should do. I refuse to take any more attention from my mother. Listen, God gonna handle them. God gonna handle y'all. Trust me. I don't care if you got your mother or not. Just being a human being. Just having compassion in your heart. Just being truthful.
Come on.
You can't do that to people. You can't.
Right.
Stupid. You can't. Okay? See, you got me out here like
this. Hey, man. Hey.
Woo! I mean, and like I said, to be a politician, I don't give a damn. I don't know one. From this experience, where's that? From this experience, not one is truthful. Not one. Okay?
Wow.
And when it comes to Moselle Jenkins, she got everything she need in me, her daughter. We don't give a damn about none of that stuff that's going on in that outside world. It's all about me and her. Wow. That's what it's about. Me and my mother.
Deep. Wow. That's deep right there,
and I look you dead in your face and let you know y'all full of shit. Y'all full of it. You're full of it. I don't give a damn. And I know a lot of politicians. I do. I know a lot of y'all. Y'all full of shit too. Y'all probably would want to help, but I understand the assignment. Right. If you step out of your realm to help me, and then you got your colleagues over here, and they like, listen, what the hell are you doing? We don't need these problems. Let this shit go away. That's what they say. Let this shit go away.
Deep.
I don't go away. I don't go away because guess what? God is going to handle y'all. God going to handle you. Trust me, I pray for y'all. I'm not mad at nobody. I ain't got no animosity in my heart about nobody because see, as soon as I change, I'm going to block my blessings. And I'm a very blessed person. They tell me all the time.
I hear you.
They say it all the time. Oh my God, you take care of your mother, you're going to be so blessed. I'm already blessed. I got her.
I know that's right.
I got her. Well, I'm already blessed.
Well, y'all, I thank y'all for tuning in, man. I mean, she said it. You got it. You got it from the horse's mouth.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
If there's a problem or whatever it is that you need, let us just know.
No doubt.
And I'll clear up anything, any misconceptions that y'all may have, I will clean it up for you. I promise.
Yep. If you want to call in. Other than that, please do me a favor. Put your comment on the comment board and go from there. But Barbara's story is not just about one mother and one daughter. It's about, the silent battles. So many families fight behind closed doors. And it's a reminder that love doesn't end when our grow older. Facts. You know what I mean? So...
let me share this with you right quick. Right. So, Dr. Chang, right? He was my gynecologist, right? And I love Dr. Chang. Shout out to you, Dr. Chang. Anyway, I don't know if he's Vietnamese or Korean. I call him more Chinese, which is not nice, but I don't know what they are.
You don't know if they're Vietnamese, Chinese, Philippine.
He told me one time, because even all my doctors, because everybody knows my story, like I take care of my mother.
Right.
So he told me one time, just like us as African-American people, we have a history in our culture, which was slavery. He said in their culture, he said that when the parents got old and they got Alzheimer's, he said, I'm honorable for doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
In his eyes. He said what they used to do is take the people, send them out in the forest and let them go and let the tigers and shit eat them up.
They let them die off in the wilderness. They let them die off in the wilderness.
That broke my heart.
There's a scripture in the Bible like that. You know that, right?
Dude.
Yeah.
When he told me that, I was done.
There's a scripture in the Bible similar to that. I'm going to find it,
Please find that because I need to read that. Yeah. He told me that in his culture, they would send them off they'd take them far out to the woods, let them wander into the woods and let the tigers and whatever out there eat the people up. eat the goat. Oh,
Damn.
that thing. But I cried. Tears fell down my face when he told me that. I couldn't believe that.
That's deep.
I couldn't believe that.
That's deep, man.
I was like, yo.
That is deep.
But yeah, he said that, yeah. And he told me, he said, that is so admirable what you're doing. I was like, why everybody look at that as being like this big deal? To me, it's what I'm supposed to do.
Teresa says, Barbara, you are strong. You have a community behind you. That's what's up. That's a blessing.
That's a blessing. And Teresa, you know what? And like I said in the early part of this interview, I thank each and every one of you guys who come on and y'all laugh and y'all love seeing my mother. I thank you because y'all helped me to help her. And it's been like that for years. Y'all know I've been putting my mother on Facebook for years. And somebody had said to me, they said, Barbara, you should put your mother on TikTok or Instagram, like it's monetary if you get. I said, let me tell you something. First of all, I would never exploit my mother like that. That's number one, right? And number two, my Facebook family, my Facebook friends, they know my mother's situation. You know what I'm saying? So if my mother say something out of line, it's not taken personal. You know what I'm saying? They just like this, oh, mama's so crazy. That's our Facebook Live queen. She's so crazy. Right. Somebody else, he said, one time I had put it on TikTok and my mother was doing her arm like this. Right. And somebody said, what the hell is she doing? Pooh, that shit went all through my bones.
I can imagine. Who the fuck he talking to? Who the fuck?
Yo,
he talking about?
That went all through my bones. I said, oh, hell no. I never put my mother up there like that because I can't argue with them people back and forth, you know, arguing with damn people because they saying, you know, very derogatory shit.
Get to your feelings.
I'm like, oh, I got you. I ain't doing that. We're going to stay right on Facebook where everybody know who she is. And when she get up there with her little stuff, they know what it is.
Teresa also said, I know how much you love your mom, how hard you go for her.
Oh, yeah.
Keep rocking. Keep rocking.
Look.
Keep rocking.
Look, you don't see these guns, Teresa? Look.
I know
that's
right.
Look at these guns. Look at these guns.
I know that's right.
My arms got big since I had to pull up. But I said, I'm going to start working them out for good.
So I see guns.
I
see your work. I see your work.
Listen, I have no other choice.
No doubt.
I have no other choice.
Well, with that being said, we're going to have to close on now, Barbara. So I thank you once again for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
You
I hope I helped somebody.
Yeah, I appreciate you being transparent to the people, and I think you definitely helped somebody.
I hope so. I pray I do because I'm telling you, it's a cruel world in those facilities.
Like I said, it's a reminder that love doesn't end. And, you know, when your parents grow older, it grows stronger, louder, and more protective. You know what I mean? As an only child, Barbara stood alone.
Yep.
But her voice carried the weight of a warrior. And for every facility that felt your baby.
My baby, that's right.
Barbara rose to remind, you know, us all, no one will love or fight for our parents like we do. And that's a fact.
That's
you know what I mean?
Facts.
May her courage inspire others to speak up, stand firm, and never settle. Never settle when it comes to the dignity of those who raised us.
That's right. That's right.
Real talk. Much love and respect.
Thanks, Paul.
You're welcome, baby. Much love. Y'all have a beautiful day. Peace and blessings. Don't forget to share, like the page.
I'll see y'all on the dance floor.
Barbara Jenkins, y'all. Much love.
So we done? We done?
Bob was like, we done? We done? I'm like, not yet, not yet. But then she's trying to put her wig back on. Now, what if people that didn't know you took the wig off live and then you just put it back on? You scaring the hell out of people. What's going on? Yo, much love, y'all. Respect. Dad. Peace.